again, welcome to class 748. And we finished our paragraphs. We don't have paragraphs anymore. So we're going to focus more on the new books and still on some of the old books. But we're going to focus. But today, we'll start with vocabulary. List number 1. List number 1. Yes. List number 1. Vocabulary booklet 5, nivel avanzado. Es el último sección. List number 1 on page 163. Are you ready? Un gran avance científico. A breakthrough. Or a scientific breakthrough. Breakthrough. A breakthrough. Yes. Se usa mucho breakthrough. Yes, to break through. Yeah. A breakthrough. Esto es una barrera. This is la ciencia. This is science. Y la ciencia llega a la barrera y no cruza. Está en un punto, ya está en la barrera. Eso se llama the state of the art. El estado del arte, donde está la ciencia o la tecnología disponible para el usuario, para el consumidor, etc. That's the state of the art. El no va más. Pero puede haber descubrimientos que de repente, ¡bam! Breakthrough. Romper a través. Y eso desplaza la barrera más lejos. Hay una nueva barrera. There's a new barrier. And you need to break through that barrier. You say you break you break through with a new discovery, something new. It's a break, claro, es romper a través de, to break through. Y se usa como verbo, to break through. But we have a breakthrough, es un avance de este tipo, que cambia el estado del arte, the state of the art. It changes the state of the art, it's a breakthrough. Ansioso, anxious. I'm anxious to start. Tengo ganas de empezar ya. I'm anxious to start. Yeah, I have ants in my pants. Yeah, aquí dices él es un culo inquieto, se dice. We say, en inglés tiene hormigas en los pantalones. Yes, I have ants in my pants or something. That's okay, claro. It's logical you would be a culo inquieto. Yes, anxious. Eager. También, eager es con más gran anticipación. ¿Cuándo empiezo? ¿Cuándo? When do we start? When do we start? Now? Tomorrow? Let's start today. The person is eager to start. Anxious to start. Anxious. Biología. Biology. 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 Microbiology. Biological life. Yes, biology. There are many areas of biology. Yes, there are many areas. One area is zoology, animals. Another area is botany, la botánica. Botany. Zoology and botany are the two main areas of biology. All right. Then we have microbiology, we have genetic biology, etc. It's a very interesting area. There are a lot of breakthroughs in biology. All right. Queja, complaint. I have a complaint. Well, you're always complaining. Verbo to complain. Sustantivo, complaint. Yes, the complaints department. Departamento de quejas. De atención al cliente, pobres. Can you imagine working in the complaints department, handling complaints? I have a complaint. Curriculum vitae, CV. CV, CV. Toma, mi CV, my CV. In the United States, we usually don't say CV. In the United States, we say resume. Resume, que resume. Resume. Strange word. Import. It's an imported word. I prefer CV. Curriculum vitae. CV. Enano. Dwarf. Yes. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Snow White, claro. Snow White. Claro, decir nieve blanca in English is white snow. White snow. But for the person, it's, decimos al revés, Snow White. En español también se hace al revés. Normalmente la nieve blanca, no, blanca nieves. All right, you switch. Snow White. And the Seven Dwarfs. And I don't remember the names of the Seven Dwarfs. Doc era el Doc como doctor. Era the intelligent one. I don't know his name in Spanish. You had Dopey, el tontorrón, el Dopey. Okay, Sleepy, dormilón, Sleepy. And I can't remember the names of Sneezy, el estornudón. Oh, achoo, sneezing all the time, Sneezy. Happy, feliz, happy. I can't remember the names. Maybe for my next class. Dwarf. D-W. Casi no hay otra palabra. Well, there aren't many words with a D-W. Dwarf. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. All right. El destino. Fate. El destino como es mi sino, es mi destino en la vida. El destino. Fate. Escrito fate. Fate. El hado. Las hadas y el hado. Griego, de la mitología griega, the fates. Yes, it's my fate. Es mi sino, ser profesor. Hasta forever, until the end of time. It's my fate. Es mi sino. Se dice mucho aquí, pues mi sino, ser profesor. Es mi destino, qué remedio. It's my fate to be an English teacher. Cosecha, recolección, harvest. The harvest, yes. You plant or sow. Sow, S-O-W, sembrar. A lo antiguo, sembrar, to sow. Sow. And cosecha es lo que siembras en la vida. ¿A que sí? Hay que sembrar. Eso es una forma figurada. Es decir, you reap what you sow. So, S-O-W. Curioso. Suena igual que por lo tanto. So, y como en español con so para los caballos. So. There are three words in English with the sound of so. Number one, así que, por lo tanto. So. El segundo, coser. Escrito seu, pero es to sow. Sew a needle pulling thread. Sew. Y luego sembrar. Sow. S-O-W. Sow. But usually we don't use the word sow physically. We use it figuratively. Cosecha lo que siembras. Hay que sembrar. To sow. We say to plant. Plantar. Aunque sea sembrando así. Tirando las semillas al aire. Y a los surcos. To the furrows. All right. So you plant. And then you watch the growth. You pray that there's not a kind of langosta or locusts or climate or weather problems, and then the harvest. The harvest is la recolección, la siega y la preparación. That's the harvest. Harvest. All right. To reap is cosechar en plan figurado poético. Y the grim reaper es el parca, con la guadaña, que ciega vidas. Right? That's the grim. Grim means lúgubre. El lúgubre recolector. The grim reaper, to reap. But we say to harvest. To harvest is cosechar o recolectar. And the harvest is la cosecha final de la recolección. All right, so harvest. International Harvester, a very famous company for tractors. You have tractors, harvester combines, to harvest, the harvest. A cámara lenta, in slow motion. Yes. Good morning. Now, in slow motion. All right, that's in slow motion. We say in moción lenta. In slow motion. You say a cámara lenta. In slow motion. In slow motion. Dotes de mando. Leadership. Liderazgo. Leadership. Son dotes de mando. Marta tiene dotes de mando. She's a leader. She possesses leadership qualities. Leadership. 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 La naturaleza. Nature. Nature. La naturaleza humana. Human. Hugh Grant. Human nature. Hewlett-Packard. Human nature. La naturaleza. La madre naturaleza. Mother nature. Human nature and mother nature. Yes. Which is more dangerous? Good question. What's more dangerous? Human nature or mother nature? Now, mother nature is dangerous. You need to be careful. You know, the climate, the weather, lightning, snow. You can die of the cold. You can die of the heat. The embrace of Mother Nature can be very deadly, all right? Mother Nature. But human nature, naturaleza humana también se las trae. All right, human nature also has interesting quirks and interesting problems. Nature, 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 escrito, nature. Luego, natural, la A cambia de pronunciación, natural. Nature, natural, naturally, natural, nature. Mother nature, yes sir, human nature. Okay, grupo de presión is a pressure group. Bueno, vale, pressure group, pressure group, a lobby, a pressure group. Pressure group, grupo de presión. There are a lot of pressure groups in Spain. Niño que no llora, no mama, entonces lloran mucho, yeah. So here they are experts in crying. Okay. Si no lloras, no, it's verdad. Yes. Yes, los de buena cuna que no quieren llorar, pues no maman al final. That's, yeah, the pressure group. You need to pressure. I want my rights, mis derechos. My rights first. Obligations? What obligations? Me? Obligations? My rights. I defend my rights. Pressure. La pronunciación de presión. Pressure. Escrito presure. Pressure. Under pressure. La jubilación. Retirement. I'm enjoying my days of retirement. To retire. ¿Cuándo te vas a jubilar? When are you going to retire? Me jubilé ayer. I retired. Sí, es muy sencillo. Retiré ayer. No sé, me jubilé ayer. Me voy a jubilar. Me voy a retirar. No, voy a retirar. No me voy. I'm going to retire. When are you going to retire? When are you going to start your retirement? La jubilación. All right. Dominio de uno mismo, de sí mismo. Self-restraint. To restrain is restringido, is controlar, to restrain. Self-restraint. These are very difficult. This is very advanced. Self-restraint. That means control yourself. Exercise self-restraint. Of course, in your job, it's very easy to get angry. It's very easy to get angry. You need to exercise self-restraint. Who are you talking to, Richard? I'm talking to any forward in football, los delanteros en el fútbol. Because the defense, it's very difficult. And so it's very easy to get angry. Bam. No. Exercise self-restraint. It's better. Self-restraint. All right, resbaladizo. Slippery. Bum. To slip. Slip, como sleep. Slip means resbalar. Slip. It's interesting, the word slip. Yes. Un desliz de la lengua, o sea, digo algo que no quiero. It's a slip of the tongue. Había un resbalón lengual, digamos, a slip of the tongue. The slip también es combinación de mujer, que normalmente es como de seda casi, es slip. A slip. It's very, slip means resbaladizo, slip. All right, muy liso, and very soft, slip. But to slip is when you're walking, you need to be careful. If you step on something slippery, resbaladizo is slippery, slippery. There's a university, a very good university in the United States, I think in Pennsylvania or Ohio, called Slippery Rock. Oh, me gradué, me licencié en económicas en roca resbaladiza. Where? Sí, en roca resbaladiza, in Slippery Rock. So you could go into Slippery Rock University. It's a very good university, by the way. Slippery Rock. Okay. There's a town, creo que hay un pueblo que se llama Slippery Rock, and the university is located there. Slippery Rock University, to slip. Resbaladizo, slippery, slippery, slippery. All right, fuerza, strength. Bueno, strength, fuerza de física de un cuerpo. Strength, strength. Fortaleza, strength. Force is aplicar fuerza, to apply force. Yes, to apply force. If I apply a force on this book, it will move. Watch. I'm applying force. That's what the book is moving. And I don't need much strength to apply force in this case. Now, if I put more books, I need to apply more force. I need a bit more strength, but there's no problem. I have plenty of strength to apply the force. Tengo suficiente fuerza para aplicar la fuerza necesaria. Suficiente fortaleza para aplicar la fuerza necesaria to move these things. I have enough strength to apply the necessary force to move these books. All right. Yes. So, strength. Y fortalecer es, reforzar es to strengthen, con en añadida. Strengthen, strengthen, strengthen. All right. El Padre Nuestro. Anda. Two ways. The Lord's Prayer. 5 years ago, only 5 years ago, nunca es tarde para aprender algo nuevo. 5 years ago, I learned something new. That the Catholics in Ireland and in Great Britain don't say the Lord's Prayer, la oración del Señor. The Lord's, con apóstrofe, prayer. They say the Our Father, como en España, el Padre Nuestro. El Nuestro Padre. The Our Father. Our Father, Padre Nuestro que estás en los cielos, santificado tú. Our Father, who art in heaven. Heaven is el cielo. Art, como la palabra arte. Art es el tuteo en inglés, que ya no existe, ya no se usa. Art, Padre Nuestro que estás. Claro. Our Father who is in heaven, que está. O sea, es el usted lo que se usa en inglés, no el tú. El tuteo ha desaparecido. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, tu nombre. No, your name is su nombre de usted. Thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. That's the Lord's Prayer. Or, como he aprendido hace poco, the Our Father. All right. Among the Catholics. So, where are we? Nombrar is to appoint. Te voy a nombrar jefe de grupo. I'm going to appoint you group leader. Yes. I'm going to appoint Marta the chief producer. La jefa productora. The chief producer, productora jefa. Jefe. All right, productora jefe. Suena, yeah, okay. The chief producer. Of course, there's only one producer here, so she has one employee, herself. Yeah, right? That's not bad, eh? Not bad. You have a lot of independence here. All right. To appoint. To name. También nombrar is to name. También I'm going to name her chief producer. I'm going to appoint her. Forzándolo un poco, designate. Designar. Pero se usa menos. To designate. Although it's interesting, in the United States, we have the expression designated driver. Conductor designado is designated driver. Which means when a group of people go out to have drinks and to enjoy Friday night, Saturday night, and they use a car, one person doesn't drink. Has Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola, Fanta, or whatever, or water. But they don't drink beer, wine, or spirits. Spirits son cosas más fuertes. Whiskey, gin, vodka. And that's hey, have a drink, have a beer. No, I'm sorry, I'm the designated driver tonight. The person who's going to, the chauffeur basically. But we say to appoint. Cuando es nombrar a alguien para un cargo, un puesto, to appoint or to name. To appoint. Y appoint es fácil de decir y de entender. To appoint. I'm going to appoint you chief student in my programs. Resultar útil, to come in handy. To come in handy. These pencils really come in handy. Han resultado súper útiles. They have come in really, really handy for teaching. Sometimes this telephone comes in handy, so I can start talking on the phone, or at least pretend that I'm talking on the phone. I'm not really talking on the phone, but I can pretend that I'm talking on the phone. Es hacer como si lo hiciera de verdad. That's to pretend. Fingir. To pretend, but to come in handy. Se usa muchísimo en inglés, to come in handy. These books come in handy. Me resultan muy útiles. Yes. These types of pens, they come in handy. Big pens, they're very inexpensive. Fíjate que he dicho inexpensive más que cheap. Cheap es barato, pero cheap también puede implicar menos calidad o poco calidad. Inexpensive, o sea, no caro, is perhaps the best word. Inexpensive. So these types of pens really come in handy. They come in handy. Yeah, they come in handy. All right, where are we to come in handy? Apañarse, salir al paso, to get by. I know enough French to get by in France. I make enough money to get by, to make ends meet, to pay the mortgage, to pay the rent. I can get by. Don't worry. I'll get by. No te preocupes. Ya. Me las arreglaré. I'll get by. Ya me apañaré. No te preocupes por mí. Ya está. Se nota que no quieres ayudarme. Ya me apaño yo. Ya. I'll get by. I'll. Claro, en español dirías, no te preocupes por mí. Me empaño. In Spanish, you use the present tense. In English, it's impossible. No te preocupes. Ya. Olvídate. Ya me apañaré. Si vamos al futuro siempre. I'll get by. To get by. I get by with a little help from my friends. That was a famous song by the Beatles. Me apaño con un poco de ayuda de mis amigos. I get by with a little help from my friends. Yes, I get by with a little help from my friends. With a little help, but for Ringo Starr sings the song. I get by with a little help from my friends. Now his friends son tranquilizantes y similar. It's calmantes. Those are his friends. I get by. Me apaño en esta vida gracias a calmantes. I get by with a little help from my friends. Tranquilizers. All right, apañarse is to get by. Rematar is to nail down. Rematar. En este caso, to nail down. Quiero rematar la fecha. El 5 de mayo a las 10:30 de la mañana. Okay? Everybody? Okay. I want to nail down this, to nail down. To nail es un clavo. Además de uñas. Nail. To nail. ¡Bam! Rematado la fecha. Nail down. I want to nail down the date. To nail down. Ooh, this is high-level English. Okay. Tropezar. Tropezar con o encontrarse con, casualmente. To run into. You know that, to run into. Manolo, what are you doing here? What are you doing here in Ronda, el Tajo de Ronda, on the bridge? Have you ever been to Ronda? You've never been to Ronda. It's very interesting. And I was on the bridge, on Ronda, looking over, whoa, looking down. And there was Manolo. I said, my God. I ran into Manolo on the bridge, on the viaduct, viaducto ese, on the viaduct in Ronda. I said, Manolo, what are you doing here? What brings you to Ronda? He said, well, I came here to see the Tajo, the gorge, la garganta, vamos, garganta geológica. I came to see the gorge. Well, me too. Ya somos dos. That makes two of us. I ran into Manolo in the gorge, in Ronda. I ran into him. Tropezar con, encontrarse con, topar con alguien. Tartamudear, to stutter, to stutter. Today I want to tell you that I can't continue. I'm stuttering. I'll improve my situation for tomorrow's class. See you tomorrow.